everyone. My name is Jonah. At age 3 going on 4, I was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma, a cancer that formed the nerve tissue. It was a long, difficult journey for me and my family. Countless hours of sleepless nights with nurses coming in and out of our hospital room just to inject me with medicine until the sun came up turned out to be most of my young childhood years. I've had treatments that they weren't sure I'd make it out of, and more radiation that most receive in a lifetime, and I'm still not a superhero. Cancer was a dreadful, painful part of my life, yet it also made me who I am today. The fight was hard, but it taught me many lessons. Some serious, some lighthearted, but there were 4 in particular that I remember because they're so applicable to all of the struggles life will force you to endure. So without further ado, Lesson 1. Healing takes time. We hear this phrase used everywhere, whether it's losing a pet, ending a relationship, or spraining an ankle. In time, the wounds will start to close and the ligaments will repair themselves. When battling cancer, most of the healing time is put into waiting. What many people don't understand is waiting for chemotherapy is like waiting for the worst roller coaster ride ever. After chemo, you get to wait for your final appointment of the day, then go to the cafeteria and wait for some decent dinosaur fish sticks, and then finally you get to wait for your stomach to stop hurting because you ate cafeteria dinosaur fish sticks. Then you get to wake up the next day and repeat the waiting process, but this time with different appointments, different doctors, and different shaped fish sticks. As boring as this process sounds, it's also quite scary. Waiting to hear what is wrong with you or to see how you will react to new medication is by no means fun, but it is necessary and is part of the fight. But time isn't the only factor in healing. Effort is needed as well. Effort as little as believing in yourself or as dramatic as a slew of doctors on a team working as a team to find the most painless and harmless treatments for you. In my case, I need all the efforts that Mott Children's Hospital in Ann Arbor and Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center in New York City working together had to offer. My oncologist had 2 of the nation's best cancer research hospitals who have never worked together before, collaborating over what to do with a 6-year-old boy with a form of cancer rarely seen outside of infants. But most of us won't need as much attention as that. Lesson 2. Optimism smooths out the bumpy journey. In the hospital, I was always happier than the average person getting stabbed with needles. So call it ignorance, but that was keeping my positive attitude. But as the poet Thomas Gray wrote, ignorance is bliss. I never really thought about what was happening to me as punishment, or something that shouldn't have been happening. I always walked into appointments with a smile on my face that echoed the mindset of, I wonder what today has in store for me. Now I look back at my fight and I see the negative, but I focused on the positive. Despite what I was going through, I knew that it could be worse, and staying optimistic throughout it all only made it better. Optimism is important all throughout life. It makes the big battles seem small, and the small battles seem like a speck of dust. The more you know, however, the harder it is to stay positive. Had I been an adult fighting cancer, I would have been more fearful now that I know what cancer's effects on the body and the emotional impact it has for many. So I have learned that when life throws a struggle at you, become a child. Accept the mindset of living in the present, not worrying about the future, and forgetting the past. Lesson 3. Pain makes you stronger. This lesson is inspired by a quote from Friedrich Nietzsche's Twilight of the Idol that roughly translates from German into, that which does not kill us makes us stronger. Or if you're more formal with Kelly Clarkson's more colloquial song, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. This is a hard but paramount lesson to learn. It's inevitable that we'll all experience pain in life, and when we do, it will only make us stronger as human beings. This is true of both physical and emotional pain. Cancer, being one of both, is the reason we get the title of survivors. Because as weak as it makes us, it also strengthens. I'll walk into hospitals and get an IV put in without flinching. And people ask, well, how do you do that? But in reality, I had to be able to. 542 injections later, had I still been squirming every time I had to get a needle stuck into me, I would have never made it. Mentally, I have tougher skin, and I've learned that it could always be worse, and that idea helps me get through the day every day. Now that I'm older, I'll be faced with a challenge that I'll question if I can do, but then I take a look at my scars, or battle wounds as my family calls them, and every doubt in my mind goes away. Lesson 4. Empathy connects us all together. Empathy is a word many people have heard, but not many understand the meaning of. There's only one difference between sympathy and empathy, and that is that sympathy is understanding what someone is going through, whereas empathy is actually trying to fit yourself into their shoes and get a feel of what is going on from their perspective. When we have empathy for others, it helps us better understand each other and our needs. Though it is hard to truly experience what a person is going through without having gone through it, we have to try. When going through chemotherapy, your immune system is depressed, so you have to wear a mask everywhere you go in order to be at lower risk for illness. I grew up attending a pretty small school, and I was embarrassed by the idea of being the only kid with a mask on during the readathon. My parents knew that I wanted to go to school for the readathon, but I was too embarrassed with my mask. So my parents called in and said I wasn't coming in, but the secretary had a better idea. She told them to bring me in. Little did I know that when I got there, everyone in school would be wearing a hospital mask along with me, so that I thought they were in style or popular. This story demonstrates how long of a way empathy can go in comforting someone and making the healing process easier, even if it's something as silly and simple as putting a hospital mask on. We're all here for different reasons. Some of us survivors, some still battling, some are caring loved ones, and some of us just like to run. No matter your motive, we're all here together. The first letters of each of my lessons, healing, optimism, pain, and empathy, spell out hope. Hope combines all of these lessons together into one word, used to represent everyone's journey in life. It has the patience of time, the positivity of optimism, the perseverance of pain, and the power of empathy. Patients in the hospital hope on people like all of you. We know people care about us inside the hospital. But what about the outside? You are all those outside world people making the insiders feel loved. You are all the reason that people like me are standing here on this stage today. Cancer or not, I hope you all remember these lessons I taught you and try to apply them to your life so that we can all hope for a greater future together.